Bonsoir, bonsoir, comment vas-tu? J'espère que tu vas bien. Je suis Laranity. Bienvenue sur ma chaîne. I am Queen Cotalia, the Hoodoo Queen. Welcome to my channel. This is your May 29th Sunset in Spirit Outlook. Pardon. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a sweet, kind comment below, hit your notification and postification buttons, so that your postifications will postificate and your notifications will notificate. And please share the video. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Hello, Marquise, Lady Anne, Gregory, Rikela, Kinney, Petter, Sophia, Big Josie, Dabzico. Everybody, hello, she. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody is doing well today. Brandon, hello, how are you? So, I yeah, we are here. And we're just gonna, get right into things, but not super right into things. Hello, Isaac, how are you? Kitana, Kitty, hello. I want to just begin by again just saying, last night I think we had an incredible class during the master class of the Hoodoo Tarot de la Livre master class. I think it was great. I think it was very insightful. I'm really excited because now we're getting into the cards and the definitions and all of those things. And somebody was mentioning today, like, when you're really taking your time and like really dissecting all of these things, because here's the thing about it. When you invest in your spiritual self, your spiritual well-being truly is your foundation. It's not all of you, but it's definitely your foundation. When you have nothing else in this world, all you have is your prayer, your hope, and your faith. That's it. That's it. Trusting in what you believe in or what you know in. I don't really use belief because belief is an opinion, but it is truly what you know in. That's that faith. Okay. So it's super important for me to make sure that you are clear. I have to make sure if I am, say, for example, you are going to um engineer school, you're going to school to be an engineer, and I am your professor. I need to make sure that I give you all the resources and all the tools so that when you begin to construct things and build things and create blueprints and different designs, that you have everything you possibly need, can, and understand so that you don't build a building that's going to collapse in 2 days or doesn't even get off the ground, and then that's a whole situation. And I also understand that when we are talking about your spiritual paths, your spiritual foundation, this is not the one thing that affects you, but it affects your children and their children. It affects your entire bloodline, to be honest. It truly does. And so I know the how instrumental this is, and especially when you are in fact connecting to this, you have to be certain. There can be no questions. It is or it isn't. It's not about you. When you're talking about connecting to the divine, divination, using a divination method as a conduit to the divine, you need to be clear on this. I love this class because you teach what it means, then you break it all down with world life examples. Yes, because that's the only way for you to really be able to put things into perspective when you see it. How does this really look to the day to day? How does this really operate? How am I mean, literally, I got up this morning, um, and I didn't go outside until after 10, but once I went outside and I was heading into my home, heading into my house, heading into the space that I live, to the left of me, there were lizards. So I knew that there were going to be some unfavorable, negative events. Point blank, period. So it gives me not the messages to prevent, but to prepare because they're already there. So there's the preparation, right? Um, and though I am aware and though I am clear about those things, um, it doesn't make it at all easier, right? Not a lot easier, but at least I'm knowing what I'm walking into, kind of deal, you know. And so, but the thing about it is, the lizard. So, for example, Sophia, the lizard itself just speaks of life changes. It speaks of quick life changes. So, if it's to the left of you, it says negative things, unfavorable things are changing to that capacity. If it's on the right side of you, it's positive things. But if you just see it on your path in your backyard, it just says there are life changes happening in your home. Point blank, period. It's just life changes. And let me explain this part too. A lot of people really struggle with this whole thing of change. People struggle with changing and change and immediately equate changing to something negative. My dear, grapevines must change into blossoms or buds. Those buds must change into blossoms. Those blossoms will change into grapes, and then you enjoy the fruit. So, changing is not negative, it's necessary. Now, depending on where those lizards are and those things, that's a different circumstance and situation. When it comes to reading your cards, where that lizard may fall in your reading brings about a whole nother situation as well. It really just depends on your cast, the questions that are asked, and how you're receiving those questions, of course. So, um, I live in the Caribbean, so I see lizards in my house all the time. So and that's something else too. Sometimes you're just gonna see lizards because lizards gonna lizard no matter how you look at it, especially if in the Caribbean or the different spaces of that nature. It's just gonna happen. But when you leave your home or you wake up and you just finish your space of meditation or connecting to your ancestors and immediately are presented with an omen, it's worth taking note. It's worth taking note. So there's that. Now, I wanted to share with you all very quickly before we get into tonight's forecast, okay? Um, that I have something very special for you guys. So a lot of people really enjoyed the discussion on banishing removals and those things. And so um I thought to myself what would be really really great, and I mentioned this in that class, that the next thing I need to do is teach you all about banishments, removals, exactly what what those look like, how to do them, but give you the spell work. We already had the discussion. Now let's just do the magic. So that's one thing. Another thing, as we are getting into the month of June, I am already working on some things for you guys. And I thought to myself, another really great, wonderful thing, again, to understand if you remove something, you want to put something there. You always want to make sure and certain that you are providing a blessing in the spaces that you remove things that you banish, things that you obstacles that are gone. Just because a road is open does not mean it's blessed. Please remember that. A lot of people say, I did an open road. My roads are open. I did a road opening. Your roads are clear, your roads are clean, but there's nothing in between them. There's no blessings. And in fact, just because your roads are open does not mean they're blessed, and absolutely does not mean that they are protected. So we are going to then learn after the banishment and the repelling and the removals of things, how to bless the home and love. Learning just flat out giving you some good old fashioned love spells and home spells. And you'll be able to find all of this in our June conjuring classes, Banishing and Removal 101 and Home and Love Conjuring 101. The first class is on June 13th. The second class is on June 20th. These are all virtual classes. And the link is over in the description box. So if you are interested in learning about the spell work behind the banishing and the removals, that is available on the 13th. If you are interested in learning how to bless your roads, your home, and conjuring love. And what I really love about this is just because in the banishment, again, learning the traditional ways to remove unwanted or unfavorable life matters. So there's going to be a variety of things that we're going to be here. Yes, everyone, please give the video a thumbs up if you're here. It would be so kind. Thank you so very much. Okay. And then from this particular space, again, from that banishment and removal aspect, we then need to learn how to bless with the love and home. So learn the traditional ways to bring, heal, and protect the home and heart. This is super, super important to understand. I don't think that we put a lot of energy into that. I think a lot of people put a lot of energy into the prosperity of financial ability. A lot of people put the energy there, and that is all great. That's wonderful. That's fine. But what if you have no one to share it with? And then if you do have people to share it with, how is your relationship? Have you healed relationships that need to be healed? Every relationship does not need to be healed. Some relationships need to be killed. All right. And then there are some relationships that needs to be built as well to bring forth. So all of these are available. Now, the link is over in the description box. They are, it's all virtual classes. You can get either one of them or you can get the complete bundle. Okay, those are available now. The last day to sign up for these classes is June 9th. June 9th is the last day. Some of you are going to wait. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. And then June 9th is going to be here, or June 10th is going to be here. Oh, Queen, I missed it. Too bad. So sad, Susie. Okay. So there's that. I've been trying to figure out what to do with this blue jay feather. Well, either do work and bring forth that love, take the class and do some love working, or put it in your bone set so when you throw it, you know what it's talking about. You can just cut off a little corner, a little triangle, because a feather is pretty large for a bone set. Or just put it in your little conjure apothecary arsenal. So when it's time to do work, you have it to do the work. So, so there's that. All right. So we're going to move on and get right into these readings. But again, just make sure that you do check those things out. They are available now. I will announce them every now and again. And as we lead up to that. All right. Blue Jays are on the move. Speaking of, somebody else today was like, I found a Blue Jay egg, today. Um, with the cry egg was a little confirmation that banishment service did its thing. Listen, you are welcome. You are welcome. We have to do what we have to do. And it's beautiful that you also mentioned the space of the confirmation of the work. Understanding that message was confirmation of the request versus um what am I to do with this? Because a lot of people like to, they see these things and immediately want to know, what can I do? What work can I get done? Or what work, is there? And sometimes it's exactly that. Other times it's exactly what you have presented here. It's just a message of confirmation or validation or even prediction. Okay. Yes. The Blue Jays are jaying, my baby. Yes, they are. They are jaying. So I would love to ask, where are my air signs? Air signs, where are you? Where are you? We are utilizing the Hoodoo Tarot de la Livre in the way of playing cards. After the masterclass, we will shift into tarot. After the masterclass, we will shift into tarot. But I want to just give you guys the ability to see both options, but also because you're used to playing card readings. It's so funny. So the cards here just sort of fell, separated. And what did it separate to? The Eight of Life. And it wasn't turned in a particular way for me to read it as tarot, but it definitely showed up. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Violet. Hello, Kirsten. Amanda. All right. Jennifer. Air signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lady M. Sims. Lady Libra. That's what I'm going to start calling you now, Lady Libra. Air signs. You get the 9 of Hearts. The 9 of Hearts. Hello, Emily. How are you? The 9 of Hearts communicate to our air signs that you need to operate in a space of understanding that your day, your what is to come, your wishes will be fulfilled. There is fulfillment here. As I mentioned in last night's mastery class, if this was tarot, it speaks of that space of satisfaction. Okay, but there is luck and there is favor that follows you, that covers you. And the issue with that is when people don't really understand when it comes to luck. Okay, to that assurance, you are of luck. You have the luck. That luck doesn't matter if you won't take the risk. Luck can't satisfy if you don't give it an opportunity to do what it's going to do. So absolutely give yourself the opportunity and chance to excuse me, to take that chance, to go to the casino. Pardon moi, je suis désolée. Merci. I had the option of sitting here fighting with hairs on my face or just stepping off real quick and removing them. So it's giving yourself the opportunity to allow luck and favor, provide the luck and the favor. So take that chance. Say hello to that guy or that girl. Take that chance. Go out to that bar or to that event. Go to the casino. Go ahead and launch your little and not to be little, but go ahead and launch your new brand or whatever it is. Give yourself the opportunity. All right. Give yourself the opportunity. Luck and favor follows you, it floods you. Okay. And now, where are my Scorpios, aka water signs? Scorpios, aka water signs, where are you? Où est Scorpion? Les Scorpions? Les Cancers in the house, Gabrielle? Yes, indeed. No, there's two of you in here. Shabirax, merci. Hello, hello. All right. And to my water signs, you get. Hold on. Excuse me. I said water signs. I'm going to go with it. I've already said water. I've already said water. It should be earth, but I said water. I'll do earth next and then um fire. So water signs. I do apologize. Water was in my mind, water was in my on my tongue, so water it is. Water, you get the 6 of hearts. The 6 of hearts communicates that your focus, your and the reality is this card was going to be here regardless, but for whatever reason, water signs, you need this. So the cards here is communicating that there is sweetness on your roads. There is love on your roads. Love is on your roads. Love is here. Okay? Love is here. Love is present. Sweetness is there. But are you? Your blessings can be on your roads, but if you are not there, if you are tied, remember yesterday's reading? If you're tied, if you're getting in your way, you can't receive the sweetness on your roads. So make sure you do those necessary things to allow you to move, to receive, experience, immerse yourself in that sweetness, in those blessings, in that love, whatever that whole situation is. Okay. So it's super important. This is why it came up for water signs. So it's super important to really know that the love is there, the kindness is there, the sweetness is there. But are you? Are you getting in the way of these things? It's there. So don't you dare walk out of your house or out of your bed or into a room and act like it's not there. The reality is you aren't there. You aren't present for those blessings. You aren't doing those necessary things to remove those things to bind you spiritually or mundanely Okay. So it's very important to know this. It's important to know this. So we cannot be upset with our environment. We can't be upset with the people that are around us. We can't be upset with the reality in which we are living in when we have not freed ourselves, allowed ourselves to move. That's why I just told y'all earlier, an open road does not mean a blessed one, and a blessed one doesn't mean a protected one. But more importantly, just because these roads are open, blessed, and protected does not mean that you are there to receive them. So make sure that you're not getting in your own way. Fire signs and then earth signs. Fire signs, where are you? Where are my fire signs? I just really want to check real quick on the spell work for the 6 of the heart. I want to check on the spell work for the 6 of the heart. So I'm interested to okay, it focuses on the tarot. Laying things to rest here. All right. So, fire signs, we get the 4 of clubs. The 4 of clubs communicates that we need to get to the source of the issues and the problems. We need to dissect, not assess. We need to get to the core. We're not worried about an upset stomach, diarrhea, nausea, indigestion, headaches. No, it's the flu. We need a flu shot or whatever the situation may be. You know, we're not sitting here talking about I don't want to hear you talk about I'm alone, nobody wants me, all men are the same, nobody loves me, I can't seem to, or people just don't appreciate me, or whatever else. Nobody wants to commit to me, but you want to be on social media advocating for the side chick. Mm-mm. The issue is you. You're the issue in this situation. You want to pinpoint all the things, but you may be the issue. Okay. When this card comes up, when the 4 of clubs comes up, it says get to the source of the problem. If it's communication, then we must learn how to communicate. That is listening, actively listening, and efficiently delivering. Don't speak to a person or to a group in the way that you want to. How are they going to receive what it is that you want them to hear? And you're not actively listening just because you hear them, my loves. Because if you're already thinking about what you're going to say or the point that you need to make, you're not listening. Interesting. Ice and Snow Show. B. Joseph say, clock it. So there's that part. So we want to make certain here that we are getting to the source of the problems. Say, for example, the source is not that your money isn't coming in. It is you don't know how to manage your money. Maybe it's a matter of your management. May not be that you don't know how to save and those things. The issue could be in the management of your money, could be you giving to family members because they're relatives, negating the fact or ignoring the fact, pardon, that they are undeserving, that they don't value a dollar. So they're just going to drain your pocket like they've already drained their own, but you give it because you're blood. That's not family. That's called a relative. That is something different. So the source is understanding the value of your own dollar and who is deserving of investments. Okay, we can't talk about, oh my goodness, all of these horrible things are happening to me when you have not taken care of when the issue was small and insignificant, when it was solely smoke. You didn't operate like it was fire, but you should have. And it's like that with your money, with love, with your health, and in your spiritual path. So what this is telling us is that you have to begin, because right now the fire is the fire. And now you got to put out the fire. But moving forward, the actual source is taking care of the issues when they're small, but also acknowledging the blessings when they're small. Baby, listen. If you don't give to a family member, trust and believe me, somebody else will. And if they don't, they're going to have to learn to make their own money, point blank and period. And if they don't, then they won't have. But you were not born, designed, and conceived to be a bank to nobody. So, fire signs is about getting to the source of the issue so that it will eliminate all the other problems. Okay? Earth signs, where are you? Where are my earth signs? Nor a homeless shelter. Homeless is not a nice word, apparently. I think they're called unhomed, unhoused individual. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Baby, I'm just gonna end up being canceled one way or the other because I'm not keeping up with all these shenanigans. I can't. Y'all keep adding alphabet to the LGBTQAI plus ABC, MSNBET, CNN, FOX, FX plus ESPN2, all of these things. And now I'm trying to keep up. And now there's all kinds of different situations there and spaces within those situations. And now there's that whole situation. Then you have people, they're not homeless, they're unhoused, they're not unhoused, they're unsheltered, they're not unsheltered, they are um unprovided for, whatever. I can't keep up, and it's too, I think it's very unfair to the majority of the world because a lot of people be like, I'm offended, you're canceled. But baby, I'm just uneducated, but also too, I don't even know if I want to be because things are changing too much. Can't do it. Can't do it. I got things to do, and it's not chasing behind your shenanigans. I won't. Because if I let you shenan once, you're gonna shenan again. So I'm gonna stop it at the beginning. Unhoused. It is to help cover folks who do not have a home but couch hopping. And that's another thing. Everybody got those free phones. But anyways, I'm not here to like clock unhoused people and the LGBTQII plus ABC, MSN, EBT, EPS, ESP. I'm not any of those things, but I'm just saying at a certain point, like when is enough enough? It's just, and even like, I'm just gonna let me go ahead and go into this part too. Even with everything going on in the world, in Jerusalem and Israel and Moses and letting my people go and all kinds of stuff, it's so difficult to know what to believe, like there's it's so difficult to know what to actually believe, what is actually happening, who who should you be advocating for. Should you be advocating at all? How does this situation outweigh the genocide in the Congo? Or even the passive genocide or that has been going on for over the past 400 years, perhaps, with certain other, ethnic groups and things of that nature. Like, it's just very, and I don't really say much about, what do I stand for, because baby, I can't stand for nothing, because I don't know what's true and what's not true. I can divine, and the cards are literally confused. You know? Just saying, that's why we have that's why we have a that's why I was looking up numbers over here now. That's why we have a community educated in different areas so everyone doesn't have to know everything. Amen to that. I'm not trying to. Mm-mm. Baby, it's difficult enough the day to day. And now I'm having to add your stuff onto mine. And it's 90 degrees outside, feeling like 900. Oh no. Cause my black still wanna still waiting on 40 acres and a mule. Baby, I don't know. Because I will say this, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I want to say I'm going to mention this just as a moment to think. How is it being a part of an ethnic group that is so undervalued? They didn't even count your people's murders, deaths, lynchings and mutilations and bombings and public modern public lynchings and killings. Like, how is it that for 400 years, I'm just saying, like, how does that work? You know, um, we give a lot of energy and effort to a variety of marginalized groups. Um, but we don't talk about that. And please, somebody correct me if I'm thinking wrong. Somebody please correct me if I am oblivious to like, maybe there's a document or records somewhere that has documented all the people that did not make it from West Africa to the Americas, South, Central, or South, Caribbean, and North America. And that's just the people that did not make it over. Um, yep, just for us to turn the other cheek, baby, because please, um, Joe don't have it in her. Said Joe don't have it in her. Yes, indeed. I love that because we always push everyone else's needs and wants uh, too accommodating. I don't know if it's too accommodating as it is more of it has been normalized that you are so undervalued, devalued. I don't know which is the words that it is normalized to not consider your own. Um, my bloodline goes back to the Congo. I know my people are in the water. Yeah, the Congolese people. They're like, this ain't my ministry. At one point, we weren't even counted as a full person. Baby, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. My mother, the first, I think, 10 years of her life, legally, according to law, I don't think was considered a complete person. That was what, a little bit over 60, 70 years ago, not even a century ago. Like, we're not far removed. You're like one person removed from the civil rights movement, or maybe two people. Maybe two people. It all needs to be put on a table and not under the rug so we can move forward and supporting each other. And but again, see, I think support looks different, because when you start talking about support and you look at one particular group, their support is actually not, well, their support has actually been compensation for years, and like legally compensated for. So to do that with every other group that is more than deserving of that would be a problem, because people still don't necessarily view some as people. Kirsten, nah, I like to fight. Yes, not removed at all. Yes, exactly. We weren't even able to vote until I was 2 years old. Wow. This is just in the group here, you know. It's funny how those 50 viewers drop down to 40 real quick. Oops, 41. Bloop. Baby, because truth gets heavy now, doesn't it? You know. But it is what it is. It's interesting. That's my thing. It's just like, even just generalizing a conversation about truth makes people uncomfortable, you know. But these are my thoughts, like, just in thought, like, something to consider. Earth signs, the 7 of clubs. The 7 of clubs communicates that for you all, there is going to be an uphill challenge, but the challenges are not meant for you to lose. They are meant and designed for you to build, to grow, to evolve, to elevate, to strengthen yourself so that you may wear the crown that was designed for you. Okay? That was designed for you. And so it's really, really important to not look at what you see as a delay, as a setback, as a hold up, as a slow down, or as an obstacle, as something to stop you. But this is something to yes, earth signs, the 7 of clubs. Yes. But this is to give you resistance. This is resistance to build you, to strengthen you. Okay? And that's what is provided. So really being able to, again, understand that what you're going through is not going through, is what you should be growing through at this moment. So don't see these particular things and go, these horrible things are happening and I don't know, and all of these things, everything's keep going wrong or whatever else. No, this is not negative. This is necessary for your come up. It is necessary for your come up. Brooklyn, She said, I'm late. It's okay. You can replay. Um, you know, but yeah. So let us get into the collective reading. Collectively, we need to understand that we are covered with luck and favor, and we can access, or hold on, we are covered with luck and favor, but we must give ourselves the opportunity to experience that luck and favor as we travel our roads. If you're on those roads, you will find that that luck and favor will provide sweetness, love, understanding, compassion, a variety of sweet elements, blessings in your life. As we travel on these roads, we need to understand the source of the sweetness. I want y'all to listen to that. Understand the source of the sweetness. This comes into the four of clubs, the source of the blessings. Why is that important? That is important because if you can identify why things are so sweet, you can then nurture those things on those roads so they forever stay sweet. So they forever are changing and developing and growing. But through understanding the source of those blessings, those sweetness, your luck, and your favor, you will find resistance. But resistance is going to build your faith in your luck, build your faith in your favor. It's going to test you. It's going to say, how lucky do you think you really are? Or you know you really are. Okay. I just said one of my protections just took a hit. Sounds like you need to make another protection. So that is what this is communicating here. That is what this is communicating here. Truly and honestly, we have luck and favor that covers us as we travel on these roads that are sweet. We must be available to receive them. As we travel upon these roads of sweetness, identify the source of that sweetness so that we can nurture and grow that sweetness, those blessings. But through the journey of feeding those seeds, that crop, there's going to be some droughts and some rainy days to test your luck, to test your favor, but to show you and to confirm that you are in fact chosen. You are in fact deserving. You are in fact worthy, which is why the favor and luck covers you. D'accord? Est-ce que vous comprenez? Très bien. Merci. I had to slow it down. So that's what we hold here today as a collective reading. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the conversation. I'm interested to see if we get any responses to the things that I mentioned earlier. Um, just with all the things that are going on in the world and really just trying to understand and trying to, you know, um operate in all the things. I'm very interested to see if there's any responses. I would like to remind you all to make sure that if you are interested in our June classes, We have our banishing and removal 101, learning how to, in fact, remove unwanted and unfavorable matters. Outside of that, we then have our love and home spells 101, learning traditional ways to bring, heal, and protect the home and heart. The link is over in the description box. You can purchase those classes individually or as a full bundle for the month of June. So don't miss out on that, please. And yes, I appreciate you guys so very much. I thank you so very much. And I will see you all for Graveyard Working 101 tomorrow. Have a good one. Merci et bonne soirée.